to Flexibility. My name is Meredith Garrison and I'm an instructor at Sora Aerial Arts. Today we're going to focus on all of our splits. We will do some back bending, but the focus is definitely going to be opening the hip flexors and lengthening the hamstrings, and stretching the quads. So we're going to be working on that today, and all you'll need is some place to do some flexibility. You'll need a small amount of wall. You can see I just have a small amount. You might want some yoga blocks or something else to prop yourself up with when you do splits. So if you don't have yoga blocks, you could use a large book, an ottoman, or a chair. And you might also want a chair or something else that's an appropriate height if you are working on over splits. We will also use a taller surface to stretch out our arms a little bit and do a few other things with. So you want something that's kind of this height as well. And if you can get something small like this, we're going to do a few things with the block to just kind of open everything up. So the first thing that we're going to do is just stretch out into a nice pike. And we're going to flex the feet. And I'm just going to start by pulling one leg in with a flexed foot and rotating and down. I'm going to point my foot and then I'm going to flex in the other one and point the foot. Let's do it again. Nice and slow. One more time. Now let's just do a few foot circles here. And the other way. Reach up and forward. Lengthen out all the way. So instead of crunching down, which will stretch my back, which does feel nice, I'm going to reach all the way forward and try to keep my back as flat as possible. In fact, I'm even going to walk my hips out. As I do this, trying to lengthen. And down. And lengthen. And down. And again, we're going to lengthen. Lengthen and down. All right, let's just do a few little lifts. We're going to do a 20. Keep those legs really straight. Sit up really tall. You should also feel your lower core working a little bit. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, let's come into a little ball. And we're going to go walk it forward. And then we're going to try to stand up as much as we can, keeping our hands on the floor, straightening through our legs. It's okay if you can't stand up all the way. We're just going to do 10 little plies here. You should also feel a nice stretch through your Achilles. Try to get your hips out over your toes instead of back behind you. Maybe walk yourself a little forward. Couple more. walk our left foot back. And we're gonna flex our front foot. You can use your blocks if you can reach this far. We're gonna shift to the middle. We're just gonna do a few swings here. And other way. All right. And let's come up and sit back down. We're gonna go ahead and do some kicks. We're gonna do 20 on each leg, so I'm gonna lay back. I'm gonna kick 20 times with my right leg to the front. 20 times my right leg to the side, and I'm gonna pop this toe up and feel that stretch right there. You could do this straight or flex or pointed. Then I'm gonna go to the back and do 20, switch legs, 20, roll, 20, and 20 to the front. So you can either point or flex the feet, and we're gonna go kind of fast. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep this leg straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. To the side, tuck that toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. To the back. 1, 2, keep your hips square. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 15, 20. Other side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it straight. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Roll to the side. 1. Tuck that toe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Engage. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And back to the front last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Now, I'm going to do just a few bridges to start to open up my hips. So let's just do 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe push up as much as you can and just feel that open. All right. a yoga strap or something, or hold down lower on your leg, you can do that. Or sit up if you a little bit if you need to. So grab. Now I'm going to flex my foot. And I'm going to hold with both arms. And I'm just going to resist against my arm as I kind of move my leg a little bit in front of my body to one side and a little bit to the opposite side. Maybe. I'm still engaged in the stretch, so it is still active. Now point your foot. We're going to do little circles down to as far as you can. You want to keep it above, off the floor the whole time, but we're making little circles. And then we're going to go the other way, but we're going to come up. Little circles. And I'm doing these turned in, so a little funkier. And I keep doing these little circles as far as I can reach my active flexibility. And we'll go back down, circle the opposite way. And we're going to do it one more time. Other way. All right. Other side, so go ahead and flex that foot up as high as you can get it. Resist against your hand, and we're going to go to one side. And the other side. And back and forth. A couple times. Pull in if you can. Still resisting. All right, now I'm going to do some circles. If you're not sure what this music is, it's Vivaldi's Four Seasons. It's probably my favorite piece of music of all time. I haven't listened to it in a while, but last week I used some pop music and I got blocked. So, little circles. And I use that active flexibility to lift, and then I'm circling the other way. They don't have to be fast circles. And I'm trying not to move my hips from side to side while I do it. And last time. Every circle gets you a little higher. And up, and up, and up. And do a few little pulses up there and down. Okay, now we're going to go into a down dog. And I'm going to be doing just 10 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, all right. Let's go down to our knees. And we're going to start to work the side bend a little bit here. So let's do, I'm going to come up with my leg. Let me show this to the side first. I'm coming up, keeping my back flat, opening and coming down. I'm going to do that 10 times one direction and then 10 times the other way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Chair in the background. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to go the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I switched directions. 9, 10. All right, other side. And we're doing 1, 2. Engaging that booty. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Whew. All right, stretch that out a little bit. Roll your shoulders, shake it out, grab a drink. And we're gonna go back to that same position, do a few other things there. All right, so now I'm gonna face this way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna be on my hands and knees, but this time I'm gonna swing my leg into my chest and straight up. And I'm gonna do 10 of those, and then at the top I'm gonna do 10 lifts on the last one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your leg is straight to the back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can bend your back here. 9, 10, 9, 10. All right. We are going to go up to our down dog again. And we're going to use that side butt a little bit more. We're actually not going to do splits until the very end today. We're going to do everything, and then we're going to do the splits. So, let's go back up into that down dog. First, I'm just going to do a few little pedals with my feet to try to stretch out my Achilles. I can also push my body towards my legs to do a little stretch through the back of my hamstrings. All right, now I'm going to tap and circle around. Tap the side. circle around. We're gonna do 10 of these. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now I'm going to do my other leg. You need to come off your wrist for a second, do that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's give that a break for a second. I would grab a yoga block or something that's about yoga block height and put a little cushion on it. You could even use a book with a pillow if you wanted to do that, or stack a cushion, something like that. We're going to put our knee directly on the block, and you will need a small amount of space for this one on the wall. I'm going to start by putting my right knee up on the block. Then I'm going to walk this leg out so that my knee is a 90-degree angle. I'm going to walk my body up. I'm going to scoot my leg to the side so that my hip is a straight line from the top of my hip flexor down to the bottom of my knee. Now I'm just going to work on trying to press my back to my wall. Come out even more. And tucking my pelvis. So this looks like basically nothing, but it feels like a really big stretch in your quad. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Keep actively pressing, squaring, feeling that stretch. Come down if you need to and take a little break. It is a pretty intense stretch. I'm just going to stay up here and keep working on it. So I want to make sure I'm not lifting in my other hip. Make sure you're breathing and you're continuing to tuck. And let's come down. Whew. Now I'm going to switch legs. Put my other knee up on my block. Make sure that block is pressed up against the wall as much as it can be. All right. You can hold this leg if you need to. And then just start pressing. And make sure everything's in alignment. Feels a little funky, but I promise you'll get a nice big stretch here. Come down if you need to, or you can stay holding. If you went down for a break, go ahead, come back up. Finish tucking, pressing, lifting, and then squaring. Nice big breath. All right, let's come out of that. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is to go back into that down dog position. my down dog position. I'm gonna lift one leg up. I'm gonna try to square my hips, and then I'm just gonna tap my knee or my toe towards my head. First, I'm gonna press, 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 and then I'm gonna tap. Okay, other side. Lift. It's okay if it's not high. My knee is bent, and then tap towards your head. And come down. Walk it in. All right, let's go ahead and do some lunge sequences now. So I'm going to go ahead and go up into a nice big lunge. I'm going to do my right leg first. Here, it's up to you which one you want to do. Pop my back foot and lift. I'm not going to go into my deepest lunge yet, but I want to make sure that this back leg is really straight. I'm going to lower a little bit more. Lower a little bit more. Keep holding. You can use your blocks if you need to, if you can't balance this. Lower a little bit more if you can. Go ahead and sit it on the ground. Pop your toe underneath and make sure that this is still at a 90-degree angle. Straight up and down. All right, now I'm going to lift my back leg and grab my toes, if I can. And I'm just going to give it a little pull. You can use a yoga strap for this if you have one, or if you don't have one, you could use a scarf. Nice big stretch there. Now I'm going to reach back. And let's do some point and flexes here. Times. Now flex that foot. Make sure you're nice and square. We're going to drive our heel into the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax a little bit. And let's turn in and out. And we're going to do 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I did 8. Never mind, sorry. All right, let's go ahead and turn to the side and just do a few Cossack squats here. And we're just gonna move through this. Should feel a nice little stretch. Your inner thigh and your leg. All right, let's turn. Do a nice big lunge. Straighten this leg. Let's go a little deeper. A little deeper. Squeeze. Do 10-point inflexes. Now flex and drive that foot into the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And turn out and in. 9. Now let's go back to that lunge and do 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's go to the side and do a few more of those little Cossack squats. And come on down. We're going to go ahead and do some straddle stuff right here. So open out those hips. If you need to sit on a block so you can sit straight up, go for it. And we're just going to start by engaging the muscles here. Flex the feet and you may find that your ankles come up off the floor. Let's reach to the side. Face that leg. Walk to the middle. To the other side. Chest lift in and rotate. All right. Get into your straddle. Remember to go a little less steep for this one because we're going to do some active leans forward. You can put hands behind your back, hands to the side or hands above. This is the hardest, this is a little easier, and this would be the easiest. So let's just go forward and up. Forward and up. We're going to do 10. So that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last time, 10. All right, let's pull our legs into a nice butterfly and reach forward. Stretch out a little bit. All right, now point those feet together. Sit up as tall as you can. You can sit against a wall if you need some extra support for this one. We're just going to stretch one leg out to the side. This is one where I like to feel myself pushing against myself. I'm using my hand to push against my leg and my leg to push against my hand. Another side. Now I'm going to do both at the same time. This might be where you want some support. I'm going to go to the front and side and front and side, front and side. If you're having trouble with this one balancing, you can also just move those legs and just take little breaks in between. That's a nice stretch too. All right, let's go ahead and lay down in a straddle. I'll lay this way, but not. You could do this against the wall. I don't really have a wall space big enough to do that, so I'm just going to do it here. I'm going to flex my feet and just open into my deepest straddle, keeping my back pressed into the floor. I'm just going to hold this for a second. You can kind of go through your point and flex, whatever feels good. You can use your arms to press lightly. I don't want to pancake too much. I want to be nice and in my full mental split. Right at my hips, where my hips open to the side. If it's up too high, I'm really getting a different kind of stretch. And you go a little side to side if you're not on the wall. Let's hold this for a little bit longer here. And open. All right. Take that little side to side. We're going to do some other stuff, but grab a drink. Before we move on here, and you also will want to grab a chair at this point. There we go. All right, so you'll want your chair for this one. So you can either use the lower part of the chair or the upper part of the chair, depending on how flexible you are. You could also use a cabinet or a table, an ottoman, or a couch for this. I'm just going to start by putting my right foot up on my chair, and I'm going to turn out both legs, and I'm just going to do some bends down and up. We're just going to do 5. And then we're going to reach forward to your chair and just prop yourself up here. We're essentially using the chair as a bar here. All right, I'm going to turn so that I'm facing the side. And that means that I want to have both my hips facing this way and not towards my leg. I'm going to use the chair for support and reach to the side. This is more of a side body stretch. Come up. And we're going to do some pliés here too. 4, 5. Now I'm going to rotate, and this might be where you need to, depending on how your hip flexors are doing, where you need to rotate and go to the lower part of the chair. But we're going to do 4 pliés, or 5 pliés here too. 2, you got to use that active flexibility so your chair doesn't move. 3, 4, The other foot. So go ahead and prop that leg up. 1, 2, and this is partially just for your balance so that you can do things like balance in Y scale, standing leg extension, or a standing split. And we'll reach to the side. And let's go ahead and do some plies. 4, 5. And let's rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now we are going to use this chair again. I'm going to put my leg on the chair. I am going to do the lower part here, and we reach down. From here, I'm going to try to lift my leg up off the chair and to a tilt like this. I'm going to do 5 lifts. 2, 3, 4, 5. That feels hard. You can do something lower. I'm just going to face the other way. Sorry. Booty. Down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to get this chair out of my way. And I think we'll be able to use this wall, but I may have to readjust my camera here in a second. So what we'll do is we're going to do a back bend to just get those hip flexors really open. So you can go from standing, you can go from laying on the ground, doesn't matter. Our goal is that we're opening this up. So you can focus on your shoulders, but that's not my goal with this exercise today. So if you need to start on the ground, just pull your knees in a little bit. Tuck your palms to the opposite side, right by your ears. And from there, we're just gonna push up. And for those of you that can go from standing, go for it, do it. Push up. And I'm gonna be trying to push up and in to my hips. And feel it there. If you don't want to do a full back bend, you can just do a little bridge. That'll work too. All right. Woo, let's come up from that. The next thing that I'm going to do is, I am going to adjust my camera angle just a second. So let me do that. Let's move so you can see my wall space a little bit better. I think I need to move it just a little bit more. Okay. Get this out of the way. All right. So you'll need a nice wall space for this. Oops. this exercise. We're going to do a lunge, and if you have a block or something like that that you can use to help you reach back towards your leg, that would be awesome. I would recommend not going into your deepest lunge with this at first, because it is a pretty intense stretch in the back, but it is active. So I'm going to start by doing my left leg forward so you can see what I'm doing a little bit easier. First, I'm going to tuck my toes on the wall, and then I'm going to step this out. So here I am in my nice little lunge. Then I'm going to grab a block if I have one, and I'm going to start to reach up and back towards the wall. It's okay if you can't reach that far on the wall. You're still getting, or touch the wall, that's fine. This is a really intense stretch, so I'm just going to reach up and back. And if I have a yoga block that I can use to support myself, that's great. And then I'm going to try to walk my hands down the wall. And breathe here. All right, let's come out of that. Whew. Breathe. We're gonna do it 2 more times. So just take a little rest. It's fine. Yay. When you're doing this, just breathe and just go to a happy place in your mind. Mine is Main Street, USA in the Magic Kingdom, Orlando, Florida. But go wherever you need to go. Breathe. Let's do it again. So I'm gonna reach up. Breathe. And when you come out, make sure you're slowly coming out. You can rest that knee for a second so you don't get a nice big bruise there. Breathe. Breathe. And you'll find that you have one side of your back that's more flexible than the other. This is both a back stretch and a hip stretch. And we're using this stretch to warm up for other things, right? So we're not trying to use, in some cases, we will warm up to do this stretch more and get into it deeper. But today, we're using this stretch in order to stretch out for other things. So if this isn't your deepest way that you can do that, that's okay. Because we didn't stretch our back that much, we're using this to stretch the back. One more time. So if you can't go into a deep, just, go into what you can. So if you're here, that's okay. That's all you need to do. All right, last time. Just stretch back as much as you feel comfortable. And breathe. Such an intense stretch. Okay, let's do the other side. Other side. So again, you can use your block if you're about to touch the wall, but also just a nice active back bend here is stretching and strengthening at the same time. So tuck those toes against the wall. I'm doing my right leg now. Just switch. All right, let's go. Breathe. Go to your happy place. Breathe. Breathe. All right, let's do it again. You know, I'm going to roll up my yoga mat a little bit so that I have a little extra cushion underneath my knee. And feel free to do the same. Because it really is pretty tough on the knee there. Reach back. If you're here, that's great. Breathe. Whew. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time. We're just gonna try to hold it a little bit longer, okay? So really squeeze, and if you're not that deep in your back bend or your lunge, that's okay. This is a really difficult stretch. All right, last time. Breathe, go slowly. Squeeze. And come out safely. All right, it's finally time to do the splits. So you should feel really warm to do these splits now. If you need to do any kind of oversplit, grab a yoga block, grab whatever you need to do those oversplits. Let me reorient my camera just a little bit to the floor. Okay, I'm going to use a chair for my oversplit, but you can use whatever you need. We are going to hold our split for 1 minute. Yeah, try to get it nice and square. I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute. And we're just going to hold each side for a minute. Yay. All right, so go ahead and get situated. Boop. I'm going to do my right leg first because it's my unhappy side. And here we go. Like I said, try to square yourself up. Go to your happy place. We're still engaging here, even though I'm kind of trying to breathe and sink into it a little bit. I'm also engaged. Seconds. You can use your yoga blocks if you have them or need them. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Keep staying there. And safely come out. That's a minute. Woo! Breathe. We're gonna do the other side. Just for a minute. So go ahead and get yourself situated with whatever you need. And go. Keep squaring and stretching. Halfway. 20 seconds. 15. Don't come out too early. Breathe and engage. And finish. Come out slowly and safely. All right, the last thing that we'll do today is a nice big middle split. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can do your middle split from standing and sliding into it. If you're sliding and you know you can't go down very far, I would recommend putting your butt up against a wall to make sure that you're getting the best stretch that you can. If you have a nice big straddle, you're pretty close to your middle split. Go ahead and put either foot on a block, and we are gonna just roll into our middle split, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and open to my biggest straddle, make sure that my blocks are nice and under my feet, but you don't have to have blocks to do this. You'll still get a fantastic stretch without the blocks. And then I'm just gonna roll up and into that middle split. We're gonna hold this for a minute too. Halfway. Twenty seconds. And come out. Woo! All right, let's swing those legs back and forth a little bit. Breathe. All right. That's all we've got for today. I would love to see your splits progress, so tag me in your pictures at MaryMay92. Tag Sora Aerial Arts in your pictures. Let us see your progress. We would love to congratulate you on any flexibility progress that you make. Thank you. Have a great day.